Okay, says we're live. So hello. Cheers. Hopefully we are doing okay today. I look a little red in the face, but I spent some time in the sun yesterday, so hopefully it's not like too obnoxious. But yeah, hello. How are we? Today is Friday already. Already it's Friday. It's also the first quarter moon, so in case you do anything for the first quarter moon, there you go. There's your reminder. How are we doing today? Are we doing okay? I have managed to, yesterday took my mom up to get her car from the body shop. So she's been enjoying having her vehicle back and going out and about town to the Costco and back to the bank and all that kind of stuff. So she had the thrift store on her plans, but she didn't say how many thrift stores, which that is one of her favorite pastimes. So I would not be surprised. She's out again today doing shopping, and I would not be surprised at all if she tells me that she has stopped by a thrift store when she comes home. So anyway, I have green tea today. I decided to take a short break from coffee for like maybe a week or so. We'll see if I can hold to that. But yeah, so today I'm having tea, and yeah. So that's how I'm doing. Is I got a little bit of sunshine. Mom got her vehicle back. I spent most of the evening last night playing Diablo 4, so getting in some fun time, bopping monsters on the head. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Oh, also, I should probably put up the picture poll for today before I forget again. So we have our sun goddess, night goddess, or both. That is the poll options for today. Becca says hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Stacy says good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Becca says hi to Stacy. Megan says hello everyone. You're having a day. Hoping to turn things around before your job interview this afternoon. Yay. Hope things turn around. Hope the interview goes well. Knock on wood. Things are good. So Stacy says, I made a medical phone call, did not get the answer I wanted. I'm sorry. That's frustrating. But yeah, yeah. Becca says, I'm determined to finish all of my homework today so I can have the weekend off. Yes, absolutely. Did you finish with the surprise assignment, or is that still part of what you're finishing up? Or are you just now finishing the regular assignments for the week? Stacy says hello back to Becca. Megan says to Stacy, I'm sorry you didn't get the answer you wanted from your medical call. It's always frustrating and a bit. Yeah. Becca says, the 24-hour book challenge is this weekend, and I want to use it to finish my reader magnet. It's not book-sized, but it is around 15 to 20K. Okay. So who is hosting that? Okay, Kate had one a year ago. Are we? I'm trying to remember who's hosting it, or if it's not on AuthorTube in general. It's just participating. So if you remember, let me know. Beckett says hi to Megan. Elizabeth says hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. It does sound fun until it starts to get frustrating. So I've been a long time fan of the Diablo franchise. And so I was super excited to when D4 came out, because it feels much more expansive. It feels like a wide open world compared to the other versions, the previous editions of it. but they have not solved an issue because they chose to do it as an online thing where you can join up with other people, because they chose to make it, it's not, I wouldn't call it like fully MMORPG, but it is like closer to that. Because of that, the main town that you want to teleport back to like do all of your shopping and enchanting and blacksmithing and all that kind of stuff, and potion making, whatever, all those kind of things, when you try to teleport back to that town, you have a somewhere between a 50 to 90% chance of your connection to the server being dropped. It's just to that main town, because there are so many people coming in and out of it. And they have not fixed that, which is frustrating. But yeah, so that's my one main big gripe about that, is because you never know if you're going to get disconnected, so you avoid going back to town. And then you're having to like hop between all the smaller towns to try and find what you need, which is frustrating. But I will say, I don't normally play a barbarian, and I was playing a barbarian last night. Normally I play either mage or necromancer. I like either having ranged weapons, or I like having minions. So who do the work for me. So that's my usual style of play, is either ranged or minions based, or both. But I just felt like bopping last night. So so I was playing a barbarian, and the type of barbarian that I chose, the main like left click attack, is sort of like a lunge towards them and stab them type of thing, which I had been having trouble with all of my other characters. When you encounter a treasure goblin and they're trying to run away from you, as they do, and you're trying to catch up with it because you want the good stuff that's in their treasure goblin bag, like the treasure goblin far outpaces all of my other characters' run speed typically. So it's very hard for me to catch them with my other characters. But with the barbarian and that sort of like leaping stab skill, it's perfect. I have caught more treasure goblins with the barbarian than I have with any other character, and it's fantastic. So yay. But you know, so good and bad. But it is fun. So I'm finally exploring some areas that I had not explored with other characters yet with the barbarian. So, because I haven't conquered the game yet, even though it's been out for, I want to say, maybe close to a year now. But yeah, that's where we are. So Becca says hi to Elizabeth. Elizabeth says hi, Becca. Also, Becca got the Badger card today. Take charge of your life, go for it, and trust your abilities. Nice. I've not pulled yet, so I don't know what we're going to get. Stacy says at least the doctors, were able to give you another phone number to try. Okay, good. But you were on hold for over an hour to get a disappointing answer. So frustration city. Yeah, that is very frustrating. Hopefully the phone number that they gave you will lead to a better outcome. Becca says, I did work on both assignments this week, so you're hoping today you can finish off both of them. Okay, excellent. Okay, so the 24-hour book challenge is on Twitter. Okay, excellent. The one Kate did last year is the same challenge. Okay, all you know is it's on Twitter. Gotcha. Okay. Stacey says, Monster has been out at scout camp all week, but has been out of scout camp all week. Is still homesick, crying on the phone every night. Oh no, you feel bad, but you're over it. Oh, yeah. The teleportation issue is a major one for me, and like other people are having the same problem because I've looked it up on Reddit and stuff, but there has been no fix for it. So it's crazy because Blizzard makes Diablo and they've had at least 2 decades to master the. You would think, you would think that they would be able to do it. Stupid Blizzard. I think it might have more to do with Activision at this point, but I don't know. I don't know. So. Okay, so speaking of readathons, your favorite readathon is coming up. I wonder if it's the one Becca is talking about. But here's a link for the start times. So Dewey's readathon. There it is. Excellent. Thank you very much. Yeah, get those treasure goblins. Exactly. And the bad thing is that they lead you purposely because of the way that they are coded. They lead you through multiple crowds of monsters who then try and stop you, of course. So by the time you get the treasure goblin, you are now trailing like 2 or 3 screens worth of monsters behind you. So, good times. Cool Gamer 2 says hi. Hi, hello, welcome. You've not been on the phone with doctors. Okay, insurance. Ooh, yeah, that's so she had Medicaid and now she doesn't. And her therapy so far is $5,000 and she hasn't met her cap yet. We were frustrated. Yeah, that would be very frustrating. That would be extremely frustrating. The 24-hour is a write-a-thon. The goal is to write an entire 50K novel in 24 hours. Oh gosh, there was I know it was a couple years ago. I can't remember if it was 2019 or 2020. I think it might have been 2020. That there was that somebody tried to do this in live streams. And just sort of like between the 2 or 3 of them bounced back and forth. Was it Marcus? And I'm trying to remember who it was, but yeah. But yeah. Regina says hearts to Becca. Megan says, oh nice, I read too fast then. But that's actually pretty fun. Yes. Is it like, do you have to read a specific book, or can you pick your book? Let's take a look at it, shall we? The July 21st through 22nd. So this was from 2023. Are they doing it again this year? The readathon will begin July 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern in New York City and end 8 p.m. July 22nd. You can find this time zone below. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't seem to be any restrictions. Cool. Regina is reviewing the timeline that you have created so far for the next sweet romance. Nice. Excellent. They usually do it, but you can read anything you want. Gotcha. Regina and Becca are sending hearts and smiley faces to each other. Oh, I have somehow clicked something. There we go. Okay. Mainly just to get people reading, but comic books and audiobooks also count. Yes. Excellent. All right, let's pull a card and see what we get. Do. Okay, we pulled the squirrel. Believe in yourself. Do. So close. Here we go. Here's our little squirrel with his acorns, his little ear tufts. So, you have accumulated wisdom and experience and are surrounded by all that you need. An abundance of resources is available to you through the generosity of the universe and all your hard work. The squirrel shows up when you need reminding that the acorns you have already gathered and stowed away have enormous potential to grow. So relax into knowing that there is always enough and you have what it takes to create the reality you want to experience. Through diligent preparation, you have gained wisdom and strength. How much potential you have. Believe in yourself, for the Spirit believes in you and wants you to know that you have enough and are enough. Doesn't that truth make you feel safe and secure? It should, for you have everything you need right now. So there you go. There is our squirrel friend. Ta-da! Hopefully that'll maybe focus itself. There we go. Alrighty. So we have our card drawn. We have our picture pulled up. So you can vote between Sun Goddess, Night Goddess, or both. It does go perfectly with a badger. Yes. All right, let's pick out a timer. I think I'm going to go with the silent timer today, which means let's start with the teapot, shall we? Where's my 25-minute teapot? There we go. Elizabeth says that card was just what I needed today. Yes. Sometimes these cards are very affirming. I want to say affirmations, but they are affirmations, essentially. So it's always nice to hear them. All right, let's go ahead and do this then. So if you have not already been working today, now is a great time to pull up whatever documents you think you're going to be working on. So let me do that myself. All right. And adjust the size of it. There we go. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with, and I still have a little bit of my tea, so cheers. 3 is to straighten up. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the first sprint. Megan got us some updated information. Went to the Dewey 24-hour readathon Discord group is active. Says the next readathon is actually July 26th through 27th and will begin 8 p.m. Eastern on the 26th. So there is your up-to-date information, thanks to Megan. How did you do? I managed to get I think 931, I think. I'll have to double check the math afterwards, but I think it's 931. Anyway, how'd you do? Becca managed to finish a chunk of one of the assignments. Yay, awesome. That is good. Finishing things is good, even if it's just a chunk at a time, right? Progress over perfection, even though we would like both. So here is, again, the picture poll, in case you have not yet voted. There it is. I'm putting my character in a predicament where they are going to have an unlikely ally to help them out of it, but main character is not sure how far we can trust this ally yet. So, secrets and conspiracies and plots, and all the things. But yeah, so there is there's our sort of task for the moment. Becca says, I have no concept of time sometimes. Yeah, I think something will only take 20 to 30 minutes, but always ends up double. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, especially with school assignments. You're like, oh, this isn't too bad. And then it's like you slog through the reading and it's just so painful. And then because of that, having to write about it after the fact always sort of, it can be quite time consuming. Elizabeth says, I've got some quirky inspiration / research done for the 24-hour novel challenge. I think I just committed myself to giving it a try. Woohoo! Excellent. Funky says, TGIF, everybody. Yes. Yes, indeed. Becca says, I love that the one on the right has a Borg vibe. Yeah. Yes. Agreed. Yeah, in terms of the slogging, yeah. There are... It just amazes me because I sort of, with my master's, I had this sort of like dual type of literature that I was reading, because I had literature for like the literature part of things. And so you were reading stories and then writing reviews about the stories and connections to historical events and analysis of the author's political influence, all the kinds of stuff that go with that. And those readings, because they were stories, were perfectly fine and entertaining, and I could get them through those with like no time at all. However, a lot of the education side of things was so hard to get through, not because it was like hard material, but because it was so dry, so boring. I fell asleep I don't know how many times trying to read articles. And it's like, some of it should have been interesting. Some of it absolutely should have been interesting. But it was so dry. And so I, like, every time I had to just slog and work my way through it and just like sort of shake myself off after like a couple of paragraphs, because I used to think I could do it like, one per page. No. It's like a couple paragraphs. Okay, take a brain break. How we doing? Adjust the awakeness level. Do some jumping jacks. Like, I mean, it was stupid ridiculous how much effort it took to read articles and reports on educational techniques. And it was astounding to me. So it's so weird because I guess it's because of all those years of reading for fun, that when I read, I expect to be entertained. And those were not very entertaining. They were very much informational. So, but after these assignments, only 2 more weeks. Yay! Excellent. Funky's like, yeah, she's the board queen. It's this week for you, just slogging through all those texts. Yeah, it definitely makes you appreciate a writer that makes things interesting. Yes. Yeah. And there are some textbooks that I kept because they were also interesting, but they are very few and far between. Like very few and far between. So, in fact, I think I've gotten rid of gotten rid of all but like 2 or 3 of my education textbooks because they're not interesting, and also there's always new ones that come out, and those are always hailed as the new ones, and the old ones are like, oh, those are out of date, those are no longer, even if they have some kernels of goodness to them, they are no longer deemed appropriate for whatever. Anyway, I'll stop griping now. I will stop griping. Becca says, so true. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Funky's like, textbooks are such a scam. Agreed. 100% agreed. Yeah. Very much so. I'm just thinking about the textbook that my old English professor was still in the process of writing and had printed through one of the local print shops. Which, like, that's fine. But, like, in class, he would give us printouts of, like, corrected pages, and we had to just sort of, like, stick them in where they were supposed to go, or he would ask us to edit something on the paper before we analyzed it and before we tried to I'm like, you had me pay an ungodly amount of money to have this printed, and it's not done, and you want me to make corrections to it now? Like, it was so frustrating. And all it was like tithe reports of like how many bushels of apples did this church receive from these farmers in lieu of taxes. I was so annoyed in that class. I was mad. No, it's not even he wanted free editors. It was he projected what the edit should be on the screen. He's like, here, fix this before we translate it. It was, he didn't want us to edit it. It was, here's the correction. Make the correction before we can translate this, because we were learning how to translate Old English. I was so mad. And the only reason I took his class was because he was the resident expert on Tolkien, and his Tolkien class was held on rotation. And I couldn't get in because it was like, I think my next to last semester. Anyway, I couldn't get in, but I was like, oh, surely, if he's like Tolkien and Beowulf are some of my favorites. So I was like, surely if he's into those, like, he'll be an interesting and cool professor. No, absolutely not. Anyway, and so at the end of the class, like, that was the one class that I skipped. I do not condone skipping. I do not. That was the one class I skipped the most, and out of all of my college. which means I didn't turn in something that didn't have like the. Anyway, I was severely disappointed and just could not do the classwork really. Again, because that boring aspect of things. Because like, who cares how many bushels of apples Farmer Timothy gave to the local church like several hundred years ago? Nobody cares. Anyway, so I got a C in that class. That screwed over my undergrad GPA for sure. But yeah, I still graduated. At the final, I turned in the final. He's like, "Oh, by the way, I changed around the rotation, and we're holding the Tolkien class next semester. Are you gonna take it?" I just looked at him. I was like, "No, just no, just no." I had had enough of his face. So don't be like Jules and skip your classes if you can avoid it. But no, no, I was not going to take a Tolkien class with him after that. Anyway, it felt like a scam. It really felt like a scam when we were having to stick papers in and like edit things and correct things before we could do the train. Like it really felt like, yeah. The topic specific classes were the best. You had a sci-fi class that was incredible. I took a detective fiction class. It was amazing. I loved it. But no, that was just like I could no. Tolkien experts can be very dry. Yeah. First day she covered the hero's journey in Star Wars and you fell in love. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Absolutely. Yes. You're making me want to abandon all my homework. Oh no. Don't do that. You gotta get it done. That way you can write this weekend. You gotta get it done. It was frustrating. Yeah. Yeah. It was it's frustrating. Because like, no. Exactly. Just like, no, I don't want to see this gaming professor again. Or Funky says to Becca, do it. Not sure if that's the abandoning the homework or doing the homework, but you said your plan was to get it done so that you could write this weekend. So that's what we should do. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and do another sprint. And we will continue with the teapot, I think. Videos. Purple teapot. Present, share screen, share screen. Make it big. You were encouraging the bad behavior. Yeah. I had a feeling that might have been it. All right, let's go ahead and do the next sprint. So 1, save your document. Make sure that we are saving all of our wonderful progress. 2, make sure to go ahead and take a sip of whatever it is that you're hydrating with. I still have a little tea left. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. Hi, Tessa. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the second sprint. Hopefully it went well. Okay, got over 1,000 that time. Not by much, but a little bit. All right, I can move the purple sticky, that one. Excellent. Do. Share the picture poll again. Okay. Let's see. Just before the sprint happened, Tessa popped in and said hello. And then Lexi popped in and said hello. And then Jen popped in and said hello. Let's see. Jen is good. Excellent. I'm doing good, trying to figure out ways to make my characters feel like make the conspiracy feel a little bit more less obvious. So we're working on that. Lexi is writing to finish the word count for a book that is supposed to go on a Facebook promotion. Ooh, that's exciting. Regina just spent an hour creating and sending a plain text email newsletter. Your graphic skills are gone. You must have lost them in the rehab hospital. Oh well, it took you an hour and you're feeling subcompetent. But hey, at least it's done. You got the text, which is the most important part. So, excellent. And Becca finished one assignment, so now on to the next. Yay! Excellent. Let's see. Regina says, Becca, you are crushing this homework thing. Yes, yes, indeed. Kagehime is here as well. Hello, welcome. Kagehime is tired and sticky. You put a base coat of epoxy on the floor. Oh no! And now you're stuck on the couch until it's dry. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Probably not the best time for the floor is lava game, but you know, if you have to. How long does it have to dry? Like, how long does it take? Because I know some epoxies are like overnight type thing. But yeah. Becca says, I'm so tempted to stop the homework for the day. No, but I'm going to push through. Yes. Push through, get it done so you can have the fun later. Funky got some research done. Excellent. Stacy says, almost time to get the youngest a snack. Snacks. Funky's like, do it. Take it however you wish. Yeah. Regina says to Becca, sending you all of my leftover energy. And then sends the hearts and energetic faces. Yes. Tessa is doing your 8-word writing prompt, unrelated words in a single story. Excellent. Funky says, go, Tessa. Yes. Becca says, thank you to Regina for the energy. Tessa says, thanks to Funky. Funky says, instead of the floor is lava, the floor is wet cement. I mean, yeah. That is essentially what it is. So. Okay, a day or two, and then you need to put the actual floor in. That also needs a couple more days to dry. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, are you doing the floor in your bedroom and so you're just staying on the couch for a couple days? Or are you like, you did an oops and you did the floor and then realized you are going to have to hop from furniture to furniture? I mean, I'm hoping it's number one, but also like part of me, a small part of me is like, that might be kind of fun, but also probably not. Lexi says 1,284 words done. Excellent. Kagehime says, but that gives me a good excuse to start a new project, romance novellas with a bit of spice. Funky's like, wait, You're stuck on the couch for 2 days? That was what my I was like, wait a second. I thought it was just like you would put it down and then you were like waiting on the couch for it to literally dry. That was what my brain initially said. But I don't know how epoxy floors work, so forgive me for my ignorance. Because I thought you couldn't walk on them except for like with the little cleat things, and only those for like while it's wet, and then you could. Okay, the floor is in the hallway leading to the bedrooms, which is why you need to do this before your mom comes home, because we cannot all sleep on the couch. Gotcha. Okay. So yes, your passage to the bedroom has become difficult to traverse. I mean, you could go like full Spider-Man, but maybe not. That might have some risks associated with it. And then like when you wake up in the morning and you forget, also, yeah, so probably sleeping on the couch, probably better. Probably the better option. But he's like, what if you got someone on the couch and you're literally stuck to the couch? Oh no. That would also be not fun. All right, y'all. While we contemplate all the varieties of ways that an epoxy floor drying could make things difficult, let's go ahead and do another sprint. Kagehime says, my fingers aren't that sticky anymore. That's good. But on the other hand, if you wanted to do the Spider-Man, it might not work then. All right, y'all. Waterfall timer. Present, share screen, share screen. Make big. All right, so thank you very much. One more sprint at least, and then we'll see how we're feeling energy-wise as to whether or not we do a fourth sprint. Let's do this. Also, did I ever say to do the self-promo? I don't remember. If you have something to self-promo and you didn't do it second sprint, go ahead and do it. That way we can read it when we come back. Anyway, so 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. The end of my tea. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is making sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the third sprint. How we doing? Let's see. Scroll. Did I? Did not. Okay, let's figure this out. I think I got about 600 words. $551. So that was a lower count. But that's okay. Progress is progress. Except for all the typos. There were plenty of typos to go around today, that's for sure. Kept adding E's to things that didn't need them, leaving off the E's for words that didn't need an E at the end. Contractions, all that kind of fun stuff. Let's see. Jen says that you went. Where'd it go? Chat jumped. If you have your bingo card, you can click that. You just went searching for the lost cat toys under everything in the apartment. So ouch. They'll be lost again by tomorrow. I asked if you had some barrier things, but Jen has a little grabby thing that gets underneath the fridge and the couch easily. It just takes a minute. And also, it does work for getting things from the top shelf of the cabinet, which is impressive. Your mom had one, but it didn't make it in the move. Oh no. So now you're down to 1. Lexi got 1,050 words and reached a stopping point, which is fantastic. Becca says, I made very little progress, but I did make a little. A little is okay. Kagehime outlined your new project. Nice. Excellent. Funky says, well, I don't believe my eyes, to Jen. Tessa says hi to Jen as well. And Funky says to Tessa, we just need Mel and the gang would be all here. Yep. All right, y'all. How are we feeling? Are we feeling like one more sprint? I feel like I can do one more sprint. I feel like I have enough in me that I can do at least one more sprint half decently, which is better than not doing another sprint. So that's what we're going to do. If you can join me, great. Let me share again the picture poll for today. Sun goddess, night goddess, or both. That is your option. And let's pull up another timer. There we go. I think I might scroll it down to a 25 though, just to get us ending at a reasonable time. If I can get the right. Ooh, so close. Very close. We can work with that. No! I skipped it. Okay. One of these days I'll get it right. Trying to scroll it down. All right. Becca's up for it. Funky's up for it. And easy pull for you today. Excellent. Goth or Borg Queen for the win. Tessa's still doing prompts, so still has more writing to do. Excellent. All right, let's do this. So 1, save your document. 2, make sure you have something to hydrate with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4, make sure that if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 25 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How'd we do? Let me pop up the poll one last time. Okay. How'd we do? Goodness, I feel like I've got something kind of stuck in my throat. Well, it'll figure itself out. I got another 1,000 that time. Excellent. That was much better than the last sprint. Oops. An extra number on there. Okay, so I can move 2 stickies today, which is great. Okay, so don't forget to save, don't forget to back up, all that kind of stuff. We are approaching the mid-month, so make sure that you are backing up. Alrighty. Elizabeth's lack of sleep caught up with you. Your oopsie nap left you refreshed and with a good idea. Excellent. Good. Thog also just woke up a little bit ago. It says hi. Hello. Excellent. Just dropping by to say hi before you wander off. You'll catch the stream on Sunday. Hugs to everybody. Becca made lunch and you're now eating it. Excellent. Yes, you realized you needed fuel. Yeah, sometimes you just look up and you're like, oh wow, I have a headache. I haven't eaten in X amount of hours. I'm probably hungry. I'm like, no wonder I've been frustrated. No wonder I haven't been able to think. Anyway, yeah. That felt fast. Yes, it did feel fast because we shortened the amount of time to 25. So you did get on roll that time. Excellent. Good, good, good. Tessa's still working on prompts. Got a late start today. It's okay. It is okay as long as you are still working on them. That's good. Alrighty. When it comes to our 2 goddesses, sun goddess, night goddess, or both, we're going to end the poll, and no surprise, not a big surprise there. The night goddess, or goth or Borg goddess, has won. 61%, 21% said both, and only 17% said sun goddess. So there is our options. So our night goddess has won. I think this is Sundays, I think this is Sundays. So yeah, I'll have to figure out what I want to say for these 2. But yeah, there we go. And then I think Mondays is the 2 older gentlemen, and Wednesdays is, I don't know what we would categorize that as, but yeah. So Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and then this should be Friday, I think. And for this one, as I was making it, I was kind of like, what NPC player would your characters like encounter if they were in sort of like video game-esque, like which person, which NPC character would your character meet? The water merchant or the possible druid farmer? The farmer who's lost something to give you a quest. Who would your character encounter first to give you a quest, and what would that quest be? That was kind of what my brain was at when I was looking for this pairing of characters. But yeah, so that's coming up. So yeah. All right, y'all, don't forget to save. Make sure you save all of your fantabulous, fantastic progress, and I will see y'all soon. I don't see you in the chats. I will see y'all in the lives. All right, y'all. Bye.